shit. I'm looking like a complete mess right now, but it's whatever. Wow. First video, huh? I had a bunch of other videos that I wanted to post, a bunch more energetic, kind of like, I don't know, more put together video for my introduction, but um, I never really got around editing it, and I feel like except for trying so hard to post an introduction that, you know, trying so hard to entertain somebody and, I don't know how to say it, but I guess except for me trying so hard to find a introduction idea to, get you guys to know me, know my personality, understand my humor. Except for doing that, why not just post a more realistic look? I don't know if that makes sense, but I want to post more video that is more just realistic and like get you guys to understand how I live in this current moment. So if this shit really is, a real thing and it really does work out, you know, I could go back to the videos, friends go back in the videos, you know, community, everybody can go back to this video and be like, damn, like this is how our dad used to live. But enough of all the yapping and chit chat. Enough of all the yapping. Now, first and foremost, let me officially introduce myself to my channel. My name is Cody. Cody, like the sweet life of Zach and Cody. I have a white name and a nigga body. Um, but no, today's video is gonna be more of me venting about the current situation that is happening in my life, and just the thoughts of possibly going homeless is actually haunting me a little bit because this is a situation I thought I would never ever see myself get in. Um, it's my fault. I'll take the blame for it. I'll take full accountability. It is my fault, and there are 100% some things that I could have been better at. That I should have done, that I regretted doing, that I regret not doing. There's a bunch of shit. But first thing foremost, I want to talk about what's going on at my own personal home. Now, this home that I am living at for the time being, this home I've been growing up, or I've been around this home basically my whole life, since a kid growing up, coming to visit, my grandparents, it's my grandparents' house, right? And I've been around it for years, been around it for a long, long time. And then I got into the position where my both my grandparents have passed, unfortunately. My mother has also passed, unfortunately, and I've been, I guess, gifted to have an entire house to myself. My dad moved out, he got married, and then he moved out to another family, and it was just me inside this very, very old house. And at first, I really loved it. You know, it's like, it's a crazy thought, like being 18, 19 years old with your own house. Like that's an insane thought. At first, of course, I loved it. I love being able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, wherever I want. Love being able to leave the house and come back home at basically whatever time. Being able to, if I go in the kitchen, I cook something and I mess around, I burn it. No one's there to witness. I just loved it. But then after a while, it got very lonely. It got very depressing, and it got very um, dissociating. It got bad after a while because it was very weird for me to live in a house where once, every morning I wake up and there's always some noise, always, whether it be the TV being on from my granddad watching the news, to my dad in the bathroom and I could hear the shower running, waking up to, smell of bacon, breakfast being cooked, maybe even music being played. Who knows, man? I'm just used to waking up to noise, and then now I'm waking up to a dead, silent house. Only noise that's ever made in the house is noise that is either caused by the two dogs that I'm living with, or by me. So after a while, it did kind of get very depressing. Um, but with that out the way, now the new situation that I'm in now is I wanted to be I wanted to help out and give a helping hand, and without, talking too much or giving out, too much details into other people's business, But basically uh I had some okay, so basically somebody asked me, okay, here we go. I'm gonna tell you. So basically, the situation that I'm in now was I decided that I wanted to be nice and give a helping hand to a person who had kids and they had nowhere to go and they really, really needed help, you know? And with me being a nice guy, with me being, kind hearted, with me being worried about this person, I said yes. You can stay. Or you can come over and stay. And when I said that with the intentions of, okay, maybe they're gonna stay for a week, a month, stay until they get their, till they figure something out, get something together, and then they'll leave. The complete opposite of that happened. Um, and now I am in a situation where I am living with two people who I don't want to live with. I am in a situation where I regret even letting these two people inside the house. And I am in a situation where I might possibly be kicked out of my own house that I was living in for years because of those mistakes that I made. life is life is very just maybe it's just me, maybe it's just my mindset, maybe it's the way I take things, the way I think, how serious I take things, how much I really care about things, but life is very, very, very depressing. Um, First thing, depression is very, very real. 100% it is. Um, I don't want to label myself as a depressed kind of individual, but I do feel very, very confused and lost, right? Um, 20, and I understand that, 20-year-olds or just people who are entering adulthood in general are lost themselves because that's when life get real. That's when shit actually starts getting real, and that's when people have to actually move and think for themselves. And that is very fucking depressing. On top with the trauma and, past life experiences, shit that you've seen, shit that you heard, the way people treat you, the way people switch up, that shit adds on to the depression. Um, Another thing is I may be depressed, yes, but another thing is it would never lead to self harm. I would pray and hope that this shit never leads to self harm because self harm is never the answer. If you're out there struggling with depression, also self harm is not the answer. It's not. Cutting yourself is not the answer. Take taking the easy way out is just is not it's not the answer. It's not. As hard life can get, you know, the bottom you could be at the bottom of the barrel. Like you just still hope. I like to believe that there's still hope. Crazy, man. Well, I guess I wanna whether I do or do not figure something out, I wanna at least, try something different, and that's YouTube. But not only, try YouTube, but I want to try YouTube in a way where, I can connect with people outside in the real world, where I can relate to other people, where I can get advice from other people, and in return, I can give them advice. Like I don't want to make YouTube videos with fake personalities or like try to be somebody that I'm not. Like, no, that shit's old. It's getting played out now. I want to make raw, videos with raw emotions and just really just connect. Like honestly, like just connect with other people out there because Like, come on, bro. Like, and it's like, I'm already knowing this video is gonna be all over the place because there's so much different things that I'm thinking about right now, and so much different topics I really want to talk about right now. But the topics that I do want to talk about, I don't want to talk about it right now because um, first off, I'm just gonna rant about it. I'm just gonna go on and on and on about it because it bothers me a lot. And B, fuck talking about the negative, bro. Let's talk about the positive. Fuck you. Let's talk about the positive. Talk about your goals, Cody. What are your goals? Well, first and foremost, my first goal would be just success. Honestly, like, and when I say success, I don't mean as making millions and millions of dollars. Like, when I say success, I mean success as in I have enough money to fill my car up, have enough money to comfortably pay my bills, utilities, groceries, all that accessory, all the accessories that you need to live. I want to be able to comfortably pay that off and comfortably, have money. I forgot what the saying is, but I want to be comfortable. Like I said, I'm not asking for no millions. I'll be fine with hundreds of thousands, right? I'll be fine with six figures. I'll be fine with the low six figures. I'm not asking for the biggest house. I'm not asking for the nicest cars. I'm not asking for any of that. I'm just asking to get by. Another goal, that's one. Another goal is I want to find a good woman. So this is where this is where some people might look at me crazy. Some well, man, this is where some people are gonna look at me a little different because my view on women is fuck it. Nah, shout out to Juice World, but all girls are the fucking same. They're all the fucking same. Especially right now in this generation, like majority of these girls are out for one thing, and that's fucking money. They're out for one thing, and that's money. That's design. That's expensive things. Now, obviously, all girls aren't the same, but I'm just saying in general, like the way these girls are being raised, the way social media is painting this gold digger wave of girls finding sugar daddies and like really cheating on dudes with other dudes who got more money than their main dude. Like all that shit is so lame to me, bro. I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. It's like fuck, bro. You know, and just that's coming from a person where growing up I was not good with women at all. I never, actually, I've never been to no type of school dance. I never been to no homecoming. I never been asked to go to a homecoming. I never asked a girl to go to homecoming. I just wasn't good with girls. Like literally, I was just go home and hop on the game. Like that's what I would do. Girls, it's just I never been good with girls because like not to downplay myself, but I mean look at me. Um, you know, messed up teeth. You know, just insecure. I was very insecure to talk to girls. That's basically what it is. I was really, really insecure, bro. And the fucked up part is there's been times where I would try to talk to a girl and she wouldn't like me at first, but then after a while, when my personality starts to really show, and telling jokes and whatnot, and she sees that I'm actually a chill person, then that's when she actually starts to like me. But majority of the time, most girls are just like, "Ew, Cody." Yeah, man, it's really fucked up. But honestly, is what I can only do so much about it. Um, I do have braces right now. Well, brackets, I should say. I have like the remaining of these brackets, and I had these brackets on for fucking years. Untreated brackets too. I had them on for years. Um, my pop's supposed to help me out. My pops was supposed to help me out to get my teeth straight, but then and I understand why he didn't, because of the I had to have surgery. Like in order to actually have nice, normal looking teeth, I would have to go through surgery where they would basically have to cut out part of my jaw because I really fucked up my teeth when I was a kid. When I was a kid, and y'all could laugh at this shit. I don't care. But when I was a kid, I was playing in recess. It was like third grade. I was running around, was playing tag. I was running and I was being chased, and I was paying way too much attention to the person that was chasing me except for where I was going. So I'm looking back. When I'm running, I'm looking back, and as soon as I turned to look forward, I hit a pole. And the pole that I hit, it wasn't like a regular like street light pole. It was like the square pole, like it was like a corner basically. Like I hit the corner of a pole, and it knocked both of my two front teeth out. Um, my grand yeah. So we saved the teeth, put them in a wet paper towel. My grandpa came, went to the dentist, and they put the teeth back in my mouth. Um, Bad part about that was the two front teeth that I have now are dead. So they stopped growing. So as I got bigger, the teeth got smaller, and then they basically fused with my upper jaw, which is why I need surgery to get that part cut out. But I'm pretty sure they don't have to do it. I'm pretty sure there's like other options. Like I feel like they could put like caps, like permanent caps over. I don't know. I'll see. But yeah, that's why my teeth look like this. And going back, and I don't blame my dad, because it was just crazy expensive, thousands of dollars. I mean, I get it, I really, really do. But it's like, damn, like I really do wish I would have. Um, I just wish I would have done something differently to make sure that my teeth were gonna be straight. Let somebody know, speak up. I've had people offer me help. Like, hey, I'll help you take you to the dentist, or I'll help fund your teeth and whatnot. And it's not that I didn't want their help. It's just I was relying on another person who was telling me that they were going to help, and they didn't. And that person being my pops. Um, And like I said, I understand. I really do. I understand. Um, the way I've been living recently, I've not been proud about. I will admit, I have been lazy. You know, um, have been lazy. Have been very. Haven't really been motivated to do anything. I've been very confused, cloud-minded, just not seeing clear. The whole work thing is. I had three jobs. Well, technically two. First job, I was working at a Dollar Tree, making 12 an hour, and basically the whole time, I'm stalking. So I was an overnight stock. I was an overnight stalker at Dollar Tree, and that's not the only thing I was doing. They didn't only have you stock shelf; they also had you unload trucks, and that was actually like hell for me because on these trucks there are thousands of boxes that you have to unload, and then there's this small ass warehouse where there's these big ass just piles of just boxes that's been sitting there for who knows how long, just piles of just boxes. And you have to put the box on there, and you have to make sure that the box is stable, because if you don't and that whole pallet fall over, then that's going to be a big cleanup. Not only that, but the warehouse will also get very full. Not only that, but the warehouse will also get very tight. Squeeze. Then you gotta like squeeze through shit. It's very tedious. That's what it is. It's a tedious process of just moving boxes. Just constantly walking back and forth to the truck, to the warehouse, moving these boxes. Um, and I quit that job. I'm sorry, I couldn't work that job. I just couldn't. Like it's $12 an hour just to slave. Not only that, but the managers will also like kind of push you like slave. Like, hey man, I need this U-boat done as fast as possible. We're running behind. That's all right, cool. I got you. Come back. All right, so when you getting done with this U-boat, like they're like, oh, like. And it's like I get it, man. Like you need me to do my job as fast as possible. But I'm not gonna have good days every day. Like I'm not gonna feel good every day. Like I might be in pain, feet might hurt from walking, back might hurt. I might feel emotional that day. Like, not saying I'm not trying to give myself excuses for not working hard, but it's like physically, like, what do you want me to do? Like, do you want me to just absolutely ruin my body for a job that isn't paying me shit in the first place? Like, it's different for you because you're a manager. Like, you're making triple how much I'm making. So it's way different for you. But for me, it's like I'm throwing an hour of my life away for $12. And I'm working overnight. I'm working from 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. But I quit that job and then I got a job at Amazon. Now, this is not your normal warehouse Amazon job. This job is actually grocery associate. Now, with this job, you're basically doing the same thing, right? Well, it depends. There's two different things, but it's basically the same thing. You're picking for your customers, and if you're stowing, you're basically stocking shelves, right? The same shit. Towing U-boat, stocking shelves. Only difference is with this job is, yes, they pay good, right? At the time, I was getting paid. Or well, when I first worked, I was getting paid 17, which is good. Only difference is you're working in the cold. That's the only difference. So there's ambient, there's chiller, and there's freezer. Ambient is like room temperature cans and can of ketchup, condiments, whatever. Chiller is where like the meat, yogurt, milk, cheese, shit that needs to be in the refrigerator. Freezer, obviously, we all know what the freezer does, and it's cold as shit in there, like negative 10 degrees, cold as shit in there. Like you have to wear these big ass suits, and even though you have these big ass suits and hand warmers, your hands, like it doesn't matter how many gloves you put on, how many hand warmers you have, it doesn't matter. If you're inside that freezer, your hands will go numb, and that shit hurts. That shit hurts. Like it literally doesn't matter. So I was working there. I was working there as flex. I was working there for maybe like 2 months, and then I stopped doing it because I got tired of competing with other. Well, first, okay. So two things. First, I fucked up. First, I fucked up because I chose the wrong shift, and I couldn't fucking when I wasn't paying attention. I chose the wrong shift and I couldn't cancel it. Well, I could, but it was gonna give me a penalty. That's one. Two, I was also taking the bus, and buses, sometimes they're on time and sometimes they're late, so that will also fuck me up. And three, I will compete with other people picking up those shifts. So if the shift drops and I'm like a minute too late, that shift is gone. And then like the only shifts that would be available are like the fucking graveyard shifts or like the early morning shifts. But I stopped working there because of attendance error from the busing bullshit, and also I got tired of competing with other people. Now I stopped working there, and I was unemployed for like 2 months, and I went back in there, but this time I went back in there as full time. Um, I just recently got terminated from that for once again attendance issues. Bus. Once again attendance issues, bus being late, and just overall me just not reaching. I know for a fact I wasn't reaching rate every single hour. I was reaching rate, but I know I wasn't reaching it every single hour because once again it was one of those things where you're competing with other people. Like that's what Amazon is. Grocery associate, that is. In grocery associate you're gonna be competing if unless you're picking. If you're picking and you're doing good picking, you should be good. But if you're stowing, you are literally competing with 20 other people to keep your rate up. It's stupid. It's so stupid to me. Like it's so stupid to me. But yeah, that was my most recent job, Amazon. Um, and honestly, although it fucking sucks because I'm not gonna have no type of fucking income as of right now, but being cold all day is honest, like that's depressing. Like that tastes of that yeah, that makes you think a little bit because at the you're making 19 an hour, but then you're just cold all day. Like you're just cold all day. Like you're gonna be in chiller. You're gonna put you in chiller. You're gonna be stowing in chiller. Boom. You're gonna go to your break. You're gonna come back. Ask them like, hey, where do you want me at? Oh, can I get you back in chiller? You're gonna go right back to chiller. Come back. Go to your lunch. Come out of lunch. They're gonna put you in freezer. Come out of freezer. If there's ambient, they can put you in ambient. But if there's no ambient, best believe you're going right back inside of that chiller. Best believe. And it's like you're just cold all day. Like your hands hurt all day. You're sniffling all day long because you're cold. And like I'm not doing that. And on top of that, I'm doing the same thing I was doing on my first job. I'm just moving boxes. I'm just moving and opening boxes over and over and over again. pushing this U-boat all over the place, and it's just the same process, higher pay, but you're just cold all fucking day. Like, and it's like it sucks because no money, no income, you can't buy shit. But fuck, bro, it's like that physical labor, that shit's no joke. That warehouse physical labor is no fucking joke. It's really not. Like you really are going to have to work. Like there's no slacking. Like you can't slack not one bit because these managers, they have these laptops and they're watching your every fucking move. They're watching every time you scan something. They're watching how many items you scan, when you scanned them, how long it takes you to scan them. Like they're watching your every fucking move in there. So it's like you can't even take a breather damn near without them coming up to you and trying to ask you some questions. Like, you know, honestly, it sucked. It honestly did suck. And it's like, here's the situation I am in right now. The situation I am in right now is this is a situation of whether I win or lose this shit, bro. And right now it's looking like I'm losing this battle. But if I win this battle, I will have the house to myself again. Um, I'll look for another job. Hopefully, I can find a better job. Um, and I don't mean like a better job payment wise. I mean a better job like task wise. You know, like a more easier, more straightforward, boom boom job. And then I can save up my money. Get the car going. The car that I'm sitting in right now is This is my car that I got for it's basically a graduation gift. Um, but I haven't even drove it yet. It's a manual. It's a 2002 Mustang. It's a nice little base model V6. It's a nice car. There's some work that needs to be done with it, but I want to hurry up and get this car going. But when I get it going, I want it to be in good shape. Like I don't want to just get the car going and start driving it around and there's fucking oil leaks and shit, transmission fluid leaks and whatnot. Like I want to actually have a reliable car to drive around. But that's if I win this battle. Now if I lose this battle, I lose everything. Like I lose my living space. I'm probably losing the car. I'm losing fucking friends. Like, well, I'm not losing friends, but it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, it's kind of sad to think that my own pops, would be so willing to just kick me out the house. So willing to put their own son on the street, and it's like growing up, he did always tell me like, "Hey, if you don't get your life together, you're not gonna be living with me as a grown ass man and whatnot. If you're gonna be living with me, you gotta either go to school or work." But now it's just like, like I just fucked myself. Like I honestly did. I feel like I fucked myself. Once again, I never thought I'd be in this position, bro. Ever, ever, ever. Another topic I want to really touch on is um, I'm gonna wrap it up. Nah, well, until next video. Oh, let me. So here's something I'm gonna do. And it's gonna be easy routine. Every morning, every morning, I'm gonna be walking, going on a walk, or I'm gonna be sitting in the car and I'm going to talk. I'm going to, vent about my life. I'm gonna be asking you guys questions, and I guess I want to say I'm gonna push myself on this YouTube shit, like I do, because lately I've been seeing people blow up left and right, and I just want to test it myself. Like I've been wanting to test this shit for myself for so long, and then once I start doing it, it's like I give up easily. And the only reason why I give up easily is because the editing. That's really what it is. It's the editing videos. But now I'm starting to realize, like, bro, there's people out there who do cannabis reviews, and all they do is sit in their car and they literally do the same thing that I'm doing right now. Just only difference is they'll have a blunt in their hand. They'll be smoking. Like that's the only difference. You know, uh, and there's people like phone's about to die, and there's people like Sam Solik. He's if you guys don't know him, he's a bodybuilder and incredible physique. But he like there's literally 2 hour videos, 3 4 hour videos of Sam Solik car talks to fall asleep to. Like and it's crazy, and he's literally not doing anything but driving and talking about his plans for the day, what to eat, bodybuilder stuff, gym stuff, giving people advices on workouts, um, sharing new things that he learned about, and it's like shit like that really, you know, doing shit like that and seeing that people are really appreciative of that type of content, and seeing people actually learn and relate to him in that type of way, and seeing him grow a fan base is just insane. Like there's another guy, his name is I forgot what his name is, but it's Velon. I don't know what his full channel is, but it's Velon. He does cannabis reviews. Um and he be doing car talks. He be sitting in the car doing car talks. He'll freestyle here and there, and he'll be growing a fan base. And it's like, damn, like you really don't need to edit for real. Like only thing you need is a camera, a mic, push record, talk, say what you want to say, end the video, upload it, boom. The only difference is, yes, editing might help, but what really does help is consistency and authenticity. That's what really helps. Post every single day. Make sure you're not, pushing a fake persona, none of that. Like, be yourself. Talk to the camera how you would talk to people in real life, talk to the camera how you would talk to your friends. Just be you. Like that's really what I'm catching on. It, that's the main thing that I'm really catching on when it comes to YouTube. Be you. Don't try to be like nobody else. Be your fucking self. That's what this shit is. Be yourself and be consistent. Like you when it comes to YouTube, you gotta want this shit. Like, yeah, it might be easy job, somewhat, kinda, but then again, it's not really easy starting off, right? Like, I'm already knowing I'm probably gonna post this video, and I wouldn't even be surprised if I don't get a viewer at all, if I don't get a comment at all. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, you know. But it's just a starting point, you know. Look at me now, and then look at me a month later. Whether I'll be better off or worse off, whatever it is, as long as I'm recording, as long as I'm seeing the numbers go up, I should be okay. Simple as that. But I want to try this shit out. I want to try this out, and I want to live a life that is more freely, you know, that is more comfortable. Obviously, I'm not gonna be doing car talks the entirety of the time. Obviously, there's like hobbies and stuff that I have, games, streaming, car stuff, clothes stuff, clothing hauls, meet, friends, hanging out with friends, it's just I got some content planned, but right now this is the starting point. This is the tutorial that I'm in right now. And after tutorial, that's when you go to level one. After level one, that's when you go to level two, etc., etc. But I'm gonna end this video right here. I feel like I've talked enough. Hopefully, I didn't talk in a circle. If you watch this video in this entirety, shoot, even if you even clicked on this video, I really appreciate you. Like, I really do. Whoever you are, man, woman, old, young, thank you. Once again, my name is Cody. This is gonna be my first introduction. It might not be the most life fulfilling, but you know, it's something at least. Um, Thank you and goodbye. That's probably such a trash outro.